What's up, guys? Back with another video, and we have another Reddit letter story. Porn has ruined a normal sex life. So one of the reasons my recent relationship ended was because the guy I was seeing has overexposed himself to porn and can't get aroused by ordinary, real sex anymore. Is this problem becoming more and more common? It's really sad, as he doesn't know the meaning of intimate sex with someone you love, rather see sex as lustful act like okay porn. Who can relate? Has been through this or has suggestions for getting past this? Honestly, porn is probably one of the biggest addiction in the world, especially with men and women too, but definitely majority of men. And sometimes porn can really blind the reality of how sex really is for a woman. And some guys been plugged in porn in their brain that when they do see a woman and when they do want to be intimate, they can't get intimate or they can't get aroused by the woman that's standing in front of them undressed or in the nude. It takes them time to even get aroused, to the point that they have to probably put on some porn to have sex with somebody. And I see that a lot. I hear that a lot when it comes to men, that they might have a woman that's beautiful, a 10 out of 10, gorgeous, a supermodel, and guess what? They can't get an erection because they watch porn, and porn can blind them of how sex really is. And I think some guys feel like, well, when they watch the porn, that's how women like it. But no, women don't like that type of stuff in porn. Some women do, but some women don't. Some women want to have foreplay, be intimate, make out, touch on each other, and then boom, it's pound town. But when men see porn, it's pound town. Just that's it. Just boom. Nothing else, no dialogue, no conversation, it's just action. And stuff like this, some men cannot break it. Some men can't break it. Some things like this, sometimes it's impossible to fix for a man, especially if he's been watching this since he was probably a teenager, which most men do have this situation that they watch, or they got into it when they were a teenager. So their mind is just enthralled of pornography. And if it was somebody that's addicted to pornography, it's going to be very, very hard for them to get back to how sex really is. And I think men see porn as that's how sex should be. And it's not. It's not at all. So, which is probably the lady that wrote this letter. If I was you, you might love this guy. I don't know you with this guy or not, but you probably, if it's not working out, then you might want to leave. Because if you don't, it's going to be bad. It's going to be worse. And honestly, that's just how it is when it comes to porn addiction in this day and age. Technology, you can watch on your phone. Back then, you used to have to go on the computer or even a magazine that your uncle stashed. But now it's just open public. You can watch it anywhere, all social medias. So either he has to break that cycle and try not to watch it as much, but it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. And I think you said that you said I was seeing has what do you say? My recent relationship ended because the guy I was seeing has overexposed himself to porn and can't get aroused by ordinary, real sex anymore. And that's it right there. Some guys cannot get aroused by ordinary sex. Some guys can't even have an erection to ordinary sex. And like I said before, I saw videos of guys saying that they have a beautiful girlfriend, a beautiful wife, beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, and they still can't get aroused to have an erection because porn is in their brain so much that they can't tell from reality of how sex is supposed to be and the fantasy of porn. And yes, we see porn. Yes, we see people doing the adult act, but it's a fantasy. That's not real life. That's not real life. That's not how women are portrayed in real life. Women don't do those things in those adult movies. They don't. And when a guy see those acts, they feel like that, oh, my girlfriend should do those acts. And she probably won't do it because one, it's probably uncomfortable. One, she probably don't like it. And two, she probably feel insecure because you feel like the girl in the adult movie is hotter than the girl that you with now lay in bed with. And it's a really tough situation because a lot of relationships and marriages end because of this topic. A lot of relationships and marriages end because of the man is just addicted to pornography. And we even hear celebrities like Terry Crews and other people that almost ruined their marriage because of pornography, because they watched it too many times. Even Kirk Franklin had a problem of pornography and almost messed up his marriage, and he had to rehabilitate to get himself back to being in the reality of sex. Every man does. And it's not easy for a man to just break out of that, especially if he's been watching it for years upon years upon years. It is not easy. And I'm sorry this is going to be a long video, but this is really happening to a lot of people. And a lot of good relationships and good marriages ended because the man just can't stop watching it, or he has to hide it, and then the wife or the girlfriend finds out, and then she feels heartbroken because he just can't stop. And then most guys are not going to tell you that they watch it because they might feel vulnerable or they might feel embarrassed. So it really is a really tough situation when it comes to letters like this, because a lot of women write these letters because their man is just addicted to pornography and adult movies, and they just can't understand, like, that's not how it is in real life. I'm telling you, what you see on the screen is not how it is when you're romantically intimate with a woman. And then sometimes men see women in a different light than they used to be. When a man watches adult movies or pornography, they don't look at women the same anymore. They look at them as like, oh, I wonder what she does. I wonder how she look like in the bed. I wonder how she, all that stuff is in their mind, instead of just seeing, oh, she's just a regular woman or just a woman. And they look at women very differently. And it's really sad, but that's just how it is in this world. And sorry you're going through this, but I hope you find somebody that doesn't watch porn like that or is not really addicted to it. So, yeah, this is the video. Porn has ruined a normal sex life. And porn can definitely ruin a normal sex life. And sometimes it's too late. And some men just can't go back to how real normal sex should be.